Good morning. This morning I wanted to freestyle for a minute because actually I wanted to get right to the book, but I think I needed to say this because I think it's very important. I think that I was just thinking to myself that I happen to, you just can't help but look at the videos and see how many people liked it, how many people didn't like it. So I was noticing that how many people are viewing the video uh, in particular a video or videos, but we'll talk about the latest video. And I seen how many people were checking that they didn't like it. So I said to myself that why would a person watch a video if they don't like it? That doesn't make any sense. So there must be some type of attraction because very rarely do people deliberately walk into poo, or dog, or when a dog goes to use the bathroom, you deliberately walk in it and you look at it and you get upset about it because it's on the bottom of your shoe. So I say that to say this, and let me be forthright and straight up. This video or videos is not for people that don't want it. Uh, I'm not going to put a time limit on it because I've learned through certain laws of success that you never really know how the universe is going to work, because just like with a second is a trillionth of a billionth of a second, that's how many different ways and unlimited on that the video, or should I say not video, but what I'm currently doing right now will bring my reality. I think one of the greatest things I've learned more than anything else, especially getting up early this morning, I'm sitting in the car, it's kind of chilly. I could have did this inside, but I just wanted to do it here. That to truly understand deep in my heart that everything I see with the naked eye is what I have created. Everything I see is a condition that uh, was not by accident, wasn't a coincidence. So the main thing I'm learning is the same way that I created this reality that I'm looking around is the same way that I can uncreate it and create what I want. And knowing the keys of how to be able to do that. So ultimately, in the end result, I was going to do some research. And something told me, don't even do the research because you already know it in your head. So let's paraphrase it. It goes something like this. When a new idea is in introduced in a herd mentality, the first thing, it's a process that thought goes through in another individual's mind until that thought gains acceptance. But I'm not even there right now, right? Like, this isn't even about me trying to uh, convince another individual. I got one individual that I'm currently dealing with, that I stay in contact with, and the person is doing what they're doing, and ultimately they're learning from my example. Everything that's happened to me since I've been in Arizona, from Phoenix to Tucson, the little tidbits, this, that, and the other, and not really reflecting on who did right, who did wrong, but to understand that the universe only places us in circumstances that teach us a lesson. Now, the key is, once you go through the lesson, is to make sure that you understand that it is a lesson so that you can move forward and move on. So that's where I'm currently at right now. And there's some other keys that I'm learning that I'm just going to, keep to myself, make it happen, and then people that I can connect with and give what it is that I have. And then there's other keys that will precede me before I even get where I'm physically going. You know what I'm saying? And there's one particular key that I'm really, really working at mastering, because once I master that, and I'm closer to mastering it than not, in terms of I haven't just been introduced to it. And so, I just wanted to say that if you it to you who's ever looking at this, if you don't like it, stop looking at it. Don't even mark nothing down. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not for you. There's a saying, it goes something like this: whatever that makes you happy, whatever that makes you feel good based on feelings, that's what you should be doing. Anything that you don't like, then and it makes you feel uncomfortable, then that's not for you, because your vibration is not resonating with a particular truth. One person's truth may not be your truth, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just going to keep on doing what it is I'm doing, and knowing that everything is going to work out. Everything is going to work out toward a positive. Nothing can stop the power of God. Nothing can stop balance. Yet I've learned that in balance there are other levels. It's almost like when I used to run cross country and I had asthma. I had asthma real bad, right? My sister at the time was a track star. You know, I lived in her shadow for many years. You know what I mean? But I still feel the impact and the positivity of her contribution in my life. You know what I'm saying? And I do hear her whispers of support. For me, that's extremely important. But I say that to say this: my asthma was so bad that it was only my obsession, my wanting to get beyond the physical by my mental, and through self experience going through this, where I used to notice the school I was going to was called Rancocas Valley Regional High School. It was a huge school, right? It was in an area called Mount Holly, New Jersey. And it was maybe like about 70, maybe like 75, maybe 80% white. So it was a really nice school, right? And the school was so huge that the buses were like double A, like start out with A to Z, then it was like come back double A. It was school in the morning and school in the evenings. Our athletic teams were on another level. There was a guy there named Jerry Felton. Just knew he was going to the NFL. Then there was another guy. His brother was Franco Harris. Franco Harris used to play for the Pittsburgh Steelers, right? And he used to live right next to the school. So if you want to check it out, see whether or not that I'm speaking the truth or not, you can check it out. Franco Harris, Pittsburgh Steelers. Anyway, I remember when I would come in second to last, but because I came in second to last, we would win because the score would be 70-69. So that's how I see it. You see, where I'm currently at right now is not my placement. It's not whether I'm way back in the back, like the horse I was talking about the other day was named Seabiscuit. I used to have every book on Seabiscuit, every DVD, the whole nine, because my life is very similar to Seabiscuit. And so I say all that to say that it really doesn't matter where I'm at in life right now, because I know deep in my heart that when you have an obsession with the subconscious and the super subconscious mind, and when you connect with God and you call on him with all your heart, all your soul, all your insides, all of what you think you may be, and he hears your call because he hears everything, you can be so far back in the race and so far up in front of the race that you can't even believe it. Because you see, with God, God makes the impossible possible. I don't even know why I'm even talking with intensity, because right now this is not even about physical intensity. This is about the mind. So I got up this morning with a new attitude, with a new focus on really what time it is and how I gotta roll and how really nothing really matters but my own thinking, my own focus. Because I'm like this, right? All I gotta do is do what I'm doing and chill. I got nobody to impress, nobody to compete with. I was even thinking about this. When Ali, before that he was called Cassius Clay, they said he had a big mouth and he would only talk about himself. And everybody knew that Sonny Liston was going to beat his brains out. But everybody knows the story that happened with that. Another individual, Floyd Mayweather. I can imagine how many people call him this, call him that. He runs here, he runs there. But at the end of the day, that's the reason why Floyd has the kind of kind of bodyguards that he has, and he doesn't fight unless he get paid, and he's in control of the contract. Same way with Sugar Ray Leonard when he fought Roberto Duran and or Tommy Hearns. Same way. So you're going to always have what you call people who can't see your vision. But it ain't for them to see your vision. The only person that needs to see your vision is you. See, one thing I'm learning I like to say the hard way because it hasn't, technically I got to be real careful about words because on my level it really hasn't been easy on the superficial level. But all I want to say is this here, right? Is that to understand deep within oneself is the only thing that matters at the end of the day. And that before I manifest physically, it will have already happened within. My whole thing is to make whatever I'm working on happen and happen in a way and so securely. I want to make it happen like this. I can make it happen, then I can unravel it. Then I can make it happen again, and then I can freeze frame it and look at it. Almost like a inverted or like it's like being able to look at a house and swivel it in your mind, three-dimensional, where you can see it from above, from under, from within, and you can construct it with any how can I say materials that you want to construct a house with. So everybody knows that you can construct a house with marble floors,